Hey everyone, it's Holy Bell, and this is one of those college vlogs, kind of just talking videos that I said I was going to do. And it's Friday right now, and I figured I might as well. It's been, how should I say, not really a tough 2 weeks, but it's been a little bit weird getting back into the whole school mindset. First week, we didn't really have Monday because of Martin Luther King Day, but I kind of threw everyone, including our professors, out of whack. So that was great. Anyway, these videos are not going to be that long. I cannot talk about my life more than enough, so we're not going to have that type of video. But yeah, basically what I want to do for these videos is just run through all the classes that I'm actually taking and list two things. One, something good that happened, and two, something undesirable. Not necessarily bad, but something that I would not have expected or like have seen to actually happen or wanted to see happen. So yeah, let's just go through the whole thing. So I'm gonna go in the order that I actually take the classes. So let's start with Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So Monday, my Principles of Biology Part 2, which focuses on ecology and organismal level life to like the population level, that kind of stuff. One thing that's great about it is I kind of understand what's going on. I'm getting back into the flow because I did this at my old school, so it's not like I've never seen this material. The bad thing is we are doing the phylogenetic version, so we're using DNA to actually see the differences between species, and I had to learn the old way, which is through physical attributes, so it's kind of like a weird shift to go back and relearn stuff because science grows. So after that I have Calculus 2, and a good thing that happened from that class for this week is I finally got back in the swing of things. Math is not my best subject at all by far, but I feel comfortable enough with it that I actually decided to be a math minor. I literally have like 3 or 4 more classes left of my math minor and then I'm done, but I actually enjoy math a little bit. I like the way it makes me think, at least the theory side. The applied side is pretty cool, but I don't know if I'm really have the brain for that. But something that didn't really mesh with me this week was web work. My school, for the math departments, have decided to use web work. My old school used to use something called My Math Lab. Google it. Everyone hates it. Web work is the free version of that. Basically, it's a open source kind of thing that I can't remember which university, but they made it and has its own wiki and stuff like that. And it's just again the free version of My Math Lab, except with harder numbers that you don't really use, and very finicky system. The amount of parentheses I have to put around stuff to make it know what I'm talking about is ridiculous. Like, I'm talking plus more than like 5-6 parentheses just to get it to understand me, so that's nice. After that, I have chemistry, or general chemistry 2. Now, I got an A in chemistry last semester, and I really like chemistry. I have the same professor as I did last semester, so that's good. But here's the bad thing first for this one. The lab section that I wanted for that class got dropped, so they had to shuffle in the middle of the break and put people in different classes that were still empty. And this was happening while I was in Africa. Not a lot of data, didn't know this was happening for most of the break. So when I saw it, I pretty much lost my chance to like get the perfect like schedule with her. But then now that I see it, it'd be good if I didn't get that schedule, which I don't. So there's that. I would have had 2 labs in one day and their recitation for my calc class, so that was interesting. My other 2 classes are on Tuesdays and Thursdays. In the afternoon for Tuesdays, I have my POB lab, which is interesting. We started using R, so I'm learning about something new, but at the same time we started using R and doing statistical testing. It is what it is, like it's part of science, but at the same time our code was not exactly the funnest thing for me, but I felt accomplished. It's like getting there is the part I don't like, but getting there and actually completing it, I like that part. It's gonna take a while to get used to R in R Studio. And my other lab is Gen Chem 2 lab for the second part, so Gen Chem 2 lab. I think I just repeated myself over again, but yeah, I have a very awkward professor for that class. Now he's not like bad awkward, it's just like weird awkward, weird enough that the TA is like, I don't know if this joke is really funny, but laugh anyway because this is my job. Kind of awkward. But the cool thing about that class is my TA is actually a freshman, so she took Gen Chem 1 and its lab, and she also took Gen Chem 2 and its lab the previous semester, and she got invited to be well, not both of them the previous semester, but she got invited to be a TA, and it's like you don't really see that often that a freshman becomes a TA. I think she dual enrolled at one point, but yeah, I also found out she sits right behind me in my POB class, so this is like, wow, I'm having class with my TA, this is weird. I also have class with my POB lab TA. He's in my chemistry class. I didn't realize until the last moment. Just seeing all these people in my labs and in my classes, it's crazy. But yeah, the only other class that I actually have, which isn't really class to me but it's extra practice, is a special class for extra math practice. It is like 1 credit or something, but I didn't technically register for it because I've taken it before. I didn't want to repeat the credit again, so what was the point? Anyway, I have it with a different professor and it's a little bit weird. He's not exactly the most approachable person. If I had to describe him, he looks like Dumbledore a bit, but just not as like, I don't know. Dumbledore to me was like a cuddly old person. This professor, however, doesn't really look cuddly. The cool thing about him is he's apparently almost the youngest Vietnam War veteran, and he also was the last person to be sent back home from the Vietnam War. So he's like one of the youngest veterans you'll ever see from that war, and it's like, whoa, we have history right in front of us. But yeah. I think it's just going to take us a while to get used to, but I like that the class gives me some extra practice when it comes to math. I'm just going to miss it when I don't have to do that. But apparently Calc 3 is easy compared to the other ones. It's just like, I really hope that's true. I don't want to be lied to. But anyway, that's about it for these first 2 weeks. I am kind of, if I had to put a percentage, 90% back into the education mindset. So probably by next week I'll be okay, but so far I've been doing good. Anyway, that's enough for this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.